in downtown Los Angeles. The Clippers will hold on 130-127. The Clippers improved to 7-4 on the season. We'll have a couple of days off before they get ready for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Tonight, man, we struggled defensively. All right, we know that, but just, good teams find a way to win. All right, so way to just stick with it. Way to keep making a run. Lue, great job defensively, man. Good effort, good job. All right, Kawhi, 10,000 points for Kawhi Leonard.
10,000 more.
They locked in. Family on three. 1, 2, 3.
Family. So my family.
Go to curl, I go to shoot the gas. You pop back. All right, you got a shot. Now I go over the top, and I trail quickly. He can hit you right here. You can take it, you can just go. All right, bring it back.
Ty and I have a very, very long relationship. We met at 16 years old, playing basketball, AAU circuit. We just became really close, man. I just liked him. He was a really fast, good little player. And then I went to Colorado and he went to Nebraska. So we played against each other those few years. We really got to, tighten our relationship up during that time. We both developed a major chip on our shoulder, and we worked out every single day in the off season together. He came and stayed with me, lived with me in Denver for a couple summers in a row. We didn't get off to the great start that we thought maybe we would have as first-round picks in the NBA. And we didn't make excuses. We just said, listen, we gotta grind harder. We gotta work more on our game than anybody else. That's really where our relationship continued to grow year in and year out. When the quarantine hit, he came and stayed with me. So we were together those 3.5, 4 months, whatever it is, every day, just talking basketball. So it was good for me to just kind of tap into that. And sometimes I sat there and just listened and not talk to him as he was prepping and preparing stuff and watching film. And it was awesome to see how he worked. I mean, he would sit downstairs for hours, and I would come downstairs sometimes and it was 10, 15 pieces of paper just all marked up, and he was just in the lab, He's all basketball. He's always thinking, he's always thinking of new plays, new things. And he had been trying to talk me into coaching for some years. And I'm glad that it happened the way that it happened. I couldn't be happier working with my guy,
Zoo, way to run, Pat. Way to fan that out. That's big. Zoo running the floor. Marcus, we get a steal. Everybody's in the backcourt. You could have gave up a way to run, even though you playing tired. But hey, way to run. Way to get out and run a sprint. Trying to get easy baskets, all right?
After his playing career and after my playing career, we got into the whole coaching carousel. This is our 5th time actually working together. So we haven't been able to get rid of one another.
Larry and Ty go way back. Ty would always credit Larry as the guy who taught him how to play pick and roll and understand pick and roll. Larry really understands Ty. He gives Ty very honest feedback.
I grew up in Mexico, Missouri, and he went to the University of Missouri, so I watched him as a kid. He's been a lot to me just as a mentor, just as someone who can, see the game, who's been a head coach before in the past, and I need him in my corner at all times.
I've always observed Ty, just in watching him play. When he's out on the floor, you're just seeing how his teammates respond to him.
Even though he was a role player from, Michael to Kobe to Shaq, he understands how the stars work.
He can connect, he connects very well with everybody because he can speak the player language, the player talk.
Watch out, PG!
And actually being able to talk to us and having a great relationship with each of the players because he's played the game.
He wants to talk to you, he wants to know what you're thinking. And I think that's gonna go a long way.
And this is just something like, Kawhi, stop it, all right? PG in Phoenix, he had it going. We kept coming to him. Last night, Kawhi, or 2 nights ago, had it going. We kept coming to him. Lue just scored 3 out of the last 4. Why would we bypass him right here?
Doesn't hold you accountable to a point where it's like he's on you all the time. He's points out what you need to get better at. You can see it from the way he sees it. It's different strokes with different folks, and his way is proven to get a lot done.
and he can speak to everybody, not just the star players, but everybody, because he wasn't a star player, but he's played with all the greats, you know, and he understands the psyche that goes into that, the hard work that goes into that made these guys great and made them who they were. So he can speak to Kawhi and Paul, and they can respect that because of his body of work, you know, and that goes a long way.
In the corner. Yeah, so you go tracking over, you making the hits, you going wide, all right? He's still looking for the pin now.
What I love about Ty is he's extremely honest. Ty tells the truth without the bruises. He holds people accountable without people feeling that it's a personal attack. He's very matter of fact, and he does all the work behind the scenes in regards to the one-on-one communications, the hard conversations.
Ty has looked at the roster, he's looked at the first 10 games and said, look, there were things that we liked and we didn't like, we've made some changes, and we're gonna see how those work out.
I had conversations with all the guys, talked to each guy individually, just told them what my mindset was and what my thinking was. Just talking about what we see, what the numbers say.
Marcus Morris said, look, Nicholas Batum and that starting five, those guys are rolling. Let me come off the bench.
Hey, I've been a starter for a long time in this league. Guys know what I can do. I'm here to help the team, and the only thing I'm worried about is the Clippers winning. Dialogue between players and coaches has to be strong. It's just so easy to relate to them and just to talk to them. Everybody got a lot of respect for each other. He's listening to the players.
Not that I'm always right, not that they're always right. We just want to get it right. And the best thing to do with that is just dialogue, talking, and communication. You stay quiet. Now we got shot. If they don't have it, you throw it, you post Kawhi right there. All right? Let's do a Dallas rip double.
I knew that Ty was going to be a coach, and not only be a coach, be a great coach as we trained in summertimes, because he would always be in charge of picking the teams. And he didn't always pick, you know, the best players. He picked guys that fit around how he plays as a point guard. He needed a pick and pop guy. He needed a roller guy. He was very tactful. And he just always had his teams. They ran their stuff very thorough. I always knew, I said, yeah, this dude's gonna be a coach, man.
He understood that it's not just about finding a head coach, it's about putting together an unbelievable staff that complements Ty for what he's not. Because as good as he is, there's no coach who's everything to everybody.
When I heard about the coaches who were coming in, I was really excited. I really was. I think we all bring something a little different.
We have a really versatile defensive team that can do a lot of different things, which come playoff time is going to be really important. But for the staff and for you guys, we need to go from doing things that are good to great.
Dan Craig's an excellent teacher. He's got a great way about him, a very, very calm presence. Doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low. Very, very consistent with his approach. We hired him to really, really focus on the defensive end. Kenny, more so than any other coach I've been around, really understands that player development really is an organizational initiative. It involves everyone because everyone who touches the player is involved in player development. And Kenny is a great teacher, he's got great energy, and we're very, very fortunate to have him. Chauncey's all in to being a coach. His work ethic is unbelievable. His ability to communicate and connect with the guys. He's also another truth teller. You know, someone who's done it and done it at a high level that can communicate that knowledge, share that knowledge is really, really special. Roy is one of the best big man teachers that I've been around. He fits our ethos in that he's a grinder. There's no job that's too small or too big.
It just seemed like things really connected. Even from the very first day I walked into this facility, it just felt good, it felt right. And I'm really excited about what lies ahead with this coaching staff and with this team.
You know, when you're missing Zion and Bledsoe and Ball, you know, just because guys are out, it's not going to be an easy game. You know, we just got to take care of our business and be who we are. You know, continue to focus on ourselves and taking advantage of every day, every game, every practice, and trying to get better, you know, leading us into the playoffs. Who's playing? Let's make sure we got to a good start.
Stay locked in, let's have fun.
48 minutes, man. Let's put together a big effort. Together, 1, 2, 3.
The ball movement here in this first quarter has been sublime for the Clippers.
You know, when you see that on the floor, the ball's hopping, guys are getting shots that they want. It's great. You know, it just builds a team camaraderie from there.
Zoo skips it to George, an open look at a three. Throw it to George with 2. George with 1, lets it fly. Good at the gun. Clippers up big now.
Hey, good job, man. Listen, we've been here before, all right? Let's not get satisfied. The defense is great. Ball's hopping, we're hitting the open guy. We even turned down 3 or 4 of them. But let's just keep playing the right way. Let's come out in the third quarter, man. And let's play the right way. Both sides of the basketball, no let-ups, all right? Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go, man. Come on. Be professional.
Defense on 3, 1, 2, 3. Defense.
Great job of looking to make plays, turning down good shots for better shots.
Free ball goes down for Morris. That is the 13th three-pointer for the Clippers tonight. Leonard around the screen, gets into the lane, and flushes it. How about Alexander Walker? 7 of 10 now from the floor. Alexander Walker knocks down the 3. 21 for Alexander Walker. And the lead trimmed to 10. Single-handedly keeping the Pelicans alive. Alexander Walker with his 4th triple.
You know, you playing against young guys, they played extremely hard. That's what we expected. You got the Clippers on the front of your jersey, you know, you're going to get everybody's best shot.
The Pelicans really doing well here in the second half. They're not going away. Ingram looking to take Beverly, put a move on him, and gets the bounce. It's a 4-point game. And a timeout called by the Clippers.
His demeanor over there, I think the players pull a lot of confidence from it. You know, teams make runs against us. Things are not going great. They can look over there and see that he hasn't been shaken, like he's okay. That right there, at some point, those players take on the personality of the head coach. It just happens.
How you feel and think the game, he's going to lay that on to us pretty much. If we see him being frantic, it's going to make some of us be frantic. If he's laid back and he's focused, it's going to make us be laid back focused.
It's about breaking things down and telling them step by step what's occurring when teams are coming back and making these runs on us. So we've been talking about that over the last week or so, and the guys have been doing a good job of just trying to maintain and continue to play the basketball the right way.
Leonard directing traffic, finds Beverly. His corner 3 is on the money.
And that's the chemistry you talked about, trusting each other.
Gets it back to George, and the 3 is good. 18 threes now for the Clippers. Another larceny. Beverly back to Ibaka, and he flushes it with 2. So the Clippers will go to 8 and 4. Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, well, they're tough duo to deal with.
I mean, I think we're just scratching the surface, you know, and I can see everything that Ty is trying to do. You know, we trust him. We're going to continue to kind of ride this wave with him.
It's showing what's going on in practice on the days that they're not playing games, and the coaches emphasizing certain things. And one of them we can tell is making one more pass. When you've got a good shot, we can get a better one.
Kawhi. Oh, this is the ball movement we saw the other day. Gets it to George inside, and he lays it in.
We're just playing really good basketball. We're playing trusting basketball. Everybody is on the string. You got to give a lot of credit to Ty Lue and his system.
George to Zoo, paint touch. Beverly for 3. Just like they drew it up. Drive and a dish for Morris, a catch and a swish. George. Oh my! Look out below!
The guys have balled in so far, and we just want to keep it going. You know, we don't want to be a 1 or 2 week, 3 week thing. We want to have these habits the whole season to continue to keep building on them. So when we get to the playoffs, we'll be up and running.